Listen, if you are new to podcasting and you're looking to get into it, Anchor is the way to go. Anchor is a free podcasting platform. It allows you to edit, record, upload, add music, completely all in one tool. Not only that, but it distributes your podcast across all platforms and has no minimum listenership to allow you to start gaining ad revenue. If you are new to podcasts and are looking to get your podcast out there, I definitely recommend Anchor. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Last week on Utopia Podcast, the adventurers found each other in Florencia after journeying for weeks across the country of Rickermanish, exchanging tokens and sharing stories of their time together in the dreamscape, some quickly finding a place to sleep in a warm bath, others, Anchor and Keg, going out to explore the city, heading to the temple that has been compromised. They find the door barred and no one home late in the evenings, but they do stumble upon a small group of goblins who tell them that there are no rules. After getting into some shenanigans, they head back to the Drunken Stump, where Keg decides it's time to go to the castle right now to find the missing person, K-Paw. He goes up to tell Leofrich it's time to go, only to find him in a less than ideal state. They all congregate, leaving Ziba sleeping in the barn down in the lobby of the Drunken Stump, chatting about what to do next. That is where we start.
All right, cool. So you all are hanging out in the Drunken Stump in front of the fireplace. Miff has gone to bed. Ziba is still in the barn, probably sleeping. No one has gone to wake her up, but y'all are just in the Drunken Stump. It's probably about 2 o'clock in the morning at this point, so it's rather late. And Keg is trying to go to the Green Castle. Take it away, O players of Dungeons and Dragons.
Just because there's no law against going doesn't mean they'll be very happy that we show up at whatever time of middle of the night it is.
I thought we had already discussed that this was a bad idea and what sarcasm was, and we were all going to bed.
That
was my
great idea.
I think you had proposed that, but we ended it there, so there was no further confirmation, as far as I understand.
Oh yeah, Livy is under the impression he's like, I am going to the bed. Goodbye, and he just turns and walks away because it's 2 a.m. and he's sleeping, or however late it is. Yeah, and he's been in the wilderness without a bedroll.
Mm-hmm.
He wants that bath.
He's also in debt for that bed, so he better enjoy it.
He is. Yeah, he's going to enjoy this bed. This dead bed.
I want to laugh when you have to go into debt to buy more paper to keep track of all your debts.
I did actually buy a book. That's one of the reasons I'm in debt.
Leofrich is going to begrudgingly stomp up the stairs after Livy's example, and just halfway up the stairs, he's going to stop and look at Keg and Anchor and just go, try to stay out of trouble for one night, please. And then he's just going to go to bed.
Boss, you know that I am never trying to get into trouble. Trouble just seems to find Anchor.
Well, let's play hide and seek tonight then.
Anchor looks at you. His one eye flickers, and then he looks down at the lizard folk standing next to him. You know how to play this game? I can teach you.
This one does not. Do the teaching, please.
Anchor then proceeds to give a basic instruction of a fairly incorrect recollection of how children play hide and seek. And in this way, distracts Keg from the pursuit of the Green Castle.
Is it possible our missing person is just playing this hide and seek?
You see a grinding, or you hear a grinding and shifting, a hum from the chest of the Warforged. He stares at you, and his little eyeball blinks yellow 3 times. He goes, Anchor has not considered this. This is a good thought. Maybe she would be hiding so well we can't find her. Maybe Leo Frick will know answer to this. Well, I'll go wake boss and ask him.
If your tiny boss thinks it wise that we should rest and pursue this matter tomorrow, then perhaps that is best. This one does not know cities as well as he would like.
Anchor looks to Keg, staring deep into the eyes of the lizard folk, and he says, "You'll not know cities very well. You had Anchor very confused. I thought you know very well cities, full of knowledge. But this is not first time Anchor has misread situation. You'll find place to sleep. Anchor will stay here and rest in chair."
It is also very cold outside. This one does not do well with the cold.
This cold is not a problem for Anchor. But Anchor will find rest here. You find warm place to cuddle up, okay? Keep that blood warm. At which point Anchor will just take a chair and sit down without checking to see the permissions from the tavern owner if he can loiter all night in the middle of the tavern dining area.
Mm-hmm.
Keg
Myth has gone to
will
bed.
walk
He
up
doesn't
to the
care.
fireplace and curl up in front of it like a dog.
Awesome.
As you start to settle in, trying to find some slumber next to the coals of the dying fireplace, you'll hear a humming from Anchor and a slow chorus of different voices in a hefty debate, all of them sourced from the Warforge, each one with different viewpoints and debating the wisdom of the actions that were taken for the day.
All right. Everyone settles in for a long rest. Anchor, you can give me your personality roll to see who you wake up with. As about probably 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. It's springtime, so the sun is just starting to rise. You hear the keys in the door, Anchor, and the door opens as Myth walks in. Keg, you are, woken up by the footsteps across the wooden floor, the fire behind you having gone cold without the assistance of someone stoking it and feeding it overnight. He approaches you. "Beds are not good enough for you two?"
Oh, hey there. Sorry. Didn't mean to bother what you had going on in your system here. Just thought this was as good as any place to set these old steel bones to rest.
Sure, it's fine. I just there's you're on wood. There are comfy beds upstairs. So
Oh, not a problem. Don't worry about it.
okay. And you, the floor is where you'd like to sleep? He looks very confused.
Keg flits one eye open.
Ah, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
This is... The fire was very comfy.
Yeah. I understand. That's what suits your fancy? All right. Well, I do need to build that back up, get some water going, get some food cooking for breakfast, but can I get you anything before I start?
Meat.
Okay, just...
If I may offer my assistance with the fire.
Sure. Yeah, if you would like to start the fire, that would be of great help.
I heard rumblings of
any
a
logs
Timmy's
around-
run. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, if there's any logs around, Keg will grab them and then cast Produce Flame.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a stack of kindling and bigger firewood pieces for burning and cooking over just to the left of the fireplace, and you can grab what you need from there. All right, as you set to setting a fire in the fireplace, Miff turns his back, striding away from you back behind the bar, and you hear a rustling of dishes and you see him leave with a giant barrel. Ziba, at this point, you hear the cranking of the well as that barrel is jumped onto the ground, the water spreading across the earth and slowly dropped into the well to refresh the water used within the inn and the kitchen side of the inn for the day. The horse kicks and stomps at the door of the stable, wanting to be fed. As you wake up with just a little bit of straw in your hair, probably.
Oh, we're not just waking up. Zippa's going to jump up. She's going to be like, I'm up, I swear. I swear. Used to too many times of people throwing actual water on her for not waking up. It's a little traumatic for her. And so she's immediately sits up like, I'm up, don't throw it. And then gets up like she's going to run and then probably like, I don't know, falls out of the loft or something.
Great. Give me a dex save.
Well, not the worst, 13.
All right. Yeah. You kind of twist your ankle a little bit, but you can walk it off as you fall. You land on your feet, but it's not super graceful. Your hardy form just being pushed down by gravity rather fast.
Yeah, look it up. Brush it off. It's nothing. Get a few straw out of our hair. It's fine. We totally meant to do that.
Miff sees you as he's cranking the well back up, and he just says, "The barn suit you all right?"
Yeah, never had better company before. I mean, at least the horses aren't trying to steal my bed sheets.
Fair enough. All right. Well, breakfast will be in a bit. And he takes the now full barrel of clean water and heads back inside. Anchor and Keg and Ziba you're welcome to do what you'd like. We'll kind of time skip a little bit as Miff and Clara returns to the drunken stump, and breakfast customers come in. They start serving breakfast and coffee, and y'all are able to do whatever you'd like in that time.
Well, I think Ziba was going to notice the change in Anchor. She'll probably walk in and be like, good morning. Oh, you haven't started serving food, right? I didn't miss my portion?
Not yet. Still cooking.
Oh, okay.
If you got some good old back bacon, I wouldn't mind seeing that on the fryer if you can manage that.
Sure thing.
Anchor? Is that my anchor?
Oh, morning,
You're
Zibba.
back! What was up with you?
Yeah, we managed to grab the wheel this morning, eh?
You did it.
Good to see you.
I got the present you that I earned, but you gave me. I got the crown cactus. Thank you, by the way.
Oh, you're for sure right there. You definitely earned it. Just hold it on to it for you. Hope that's not an issue, eh?
No problem. I mean, I'll admit I was a little bummed at first when I didn't have a souvenir when I came back, but thanks. I got it in the end. The delivery service took a while, but I mean, it was still better. I mean, it wasn't 24 hour, but you didn't do terrible on delivery.
Oh, well, I haven't done much training as a courier, eh? But maybe I've got a knack for it. I'll talk to the boss and see what he thinks.
You're not as good as
eh?
Fantasy Amazon.
Well, hopefully we're doing more exciting things than courier business lately.
Nothing more exciting than delivering good news, I would say.
Well, what do we have planned for today? Is the good news gonna get us reputations as being heroes? Because I gotta start building a resume.
I wouldn't know too much about that. I'd ask boss. He seems to know the most about what's going on, eh?
He's still not awake yet? It's so late. What is he doing?
Oh, well, he likes his time in the morning. I wouldn't be bothering him too
get the
much,
water.
but he'll make his way down when he's good and ready. Yeah, that might be a bad idea.
Fine. I guess not everyone needs some more beauty sleep than others.
I would assume he already has water up there. I saw it last night.
Oh, good. So I don't even have to haul it up there. We just need a bucket.
All right. As you contemplate waking up Leah Fritch, Levy and Leah Fritch, you begin to hear in your slumber the hum of a bustling breakfast tavern. Do you think that would wake you all up?
I think
what? Yeah.
For Livy, I think he would. He tends to get up. I'm not gonna say early, but like at a fairly normal time. But he tends to stay in his room, like reading up on stuff, just taking a little bit of me time before like actually getting up in the morning.
Yeah. What's Livy reading right now?
Mostly his notes. Some books he brought up with him, trying to cross-reference stuff that happened to him that like made them all meet up. Maybe try to figure out like if this church closed, like this temple closing down, if that's a common thing or not.
Yeah. Give me a history check.
Yay!
Lore Bard.
Heck yeah, that's a 20 in history.
All right. Yeah, so Livy, you scour your notes and all of your educational background, and you find that this has never happened before.
This is not good. And he writes that down in his notes. Not
Awesome.
And he'll get ready and he'll go downstairs
Leah
and just kind of like sit down, slide by the bar, kind of forgetting that he's part of a party and not really acknowledging anyone.
Yeah. Miff approaches you as you sit down. Breakfast or water, coffee, ale?
No, I am good,
Anything
but thank
for you? All right.
Is there anything I can do to help?
How does... I think we've got it. It's not a super busy morning this morning, but thank you. I appreciate it. You could help me. I know that you were very interested in Oweta's story and potentially helping K-Pa, but she is in a very, very bad way. I am very nervous for her mental health and also for K-Pa. I don't know how to say this, but she seems to have been on a bit of a journey lately. You look like a scholarly man, and he motions towards, the books that you carry and things. She was following similar pursuits, and it seemed that she was trying to learn about the old ways, and there were a lot of people that didn't want her to
Livy's
doing
eyes
that.
instantly start glowing, and he sprouts a grin. Oh yes, point me in her direction. I will gladly meet, or gladly. We already met. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I just hope she's not dead. I would never say that in front of Weta, but I do fear they are very close, and if she has not heard from K-Pa in weeks, then something very serious is going on.
I've already said I will see to it, and I will check. Hopefully, the church has never closed down, so hopefully they're just trying to be extra careful about this, and they're just stopping notes.
Hopefully, yes. And your red friend over there, he seemed very keen on helping as well. 2 heads are always better than 1, I always say.
Yes. Hopefully. My companions are, he pauses for a bit and thinks, competent. They're very competent at what they do.
That's great to hear.
He's not lying. Technically.
All right, cool. What helps Leofrich wake up?
Leofrich is a pretty light sleeper, so he's actually been up for a while, especially the smell of coffee brewing over there. And so he's doing his morning routine, saying his prayer, blessing his equipment, and getting ready. And then he overhears most likely Ziba's loud voice from downstairs. I guess that's my summons then.
I'm just saying, if you weren't down by the time she finished breakfast, the water's coming for you.
Do I hear her talking about the water downstairs?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Ziba is not a quiet character.
Leofrich just kind of, well, best be going downstairs then. And he kind of rubs his brow and walks out the door, throwing his shield on his back. Good morning, compatriots. Trust you all slept well.
Good morning, friend.
Oh, hey, boss.
Has Livy joined the table then at this point?
Upon hearing Anchor's new voice, Livy will be like, oh, it is good to see you again, but I do miss the beautiful tone that you used to have.
Oh, well, Victor sure had his fun at the wheel yesterday, but we'll give it a run today. See how we do, eh?
No, you are mistaken. I like you. It's just nice to hear a normal voice.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. What really is normal?
The voice I'm saying.
And
It is normal.
would that be? I mean, no offense by it.
His voice. It is my voice.
That
is what
you
normal.
hear a humming
Silly
inside
man.
of
Robot.
Anchor's chest, and there's a visible ticking in his head.
the Livy accent. Named after Livy. um,
Yes, it seems Hudson is in control today. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, it was a bit of a restless sleep, boss, but don't worry. We've got it all settled. Wouldn't want to get you worried, eh? Sounds like you've got yourself in a real bind, though. Some...
Missing? Who's missing? Are we going on an
Uh,
adventure?
oh, you were at Born last. Yes. Someone's compatriot, or daughter, is not responding to the church. They're from the church and they're not responding, and the church appears to have closed down. We're going to the castle because apparently that is where the initiates are staying.
Oh man, I always miss out on the excitement.
Don't worry, you will have much butt kicking today. Yes.
Can I?
I will leave
I'm
it all
sure
to
the
you.
horses were more than happy. Sure, the horses were more than happy to have your company last night, Ziba.
Yeah, but they didn't give me any adventures or missing people to go find.
Can you understand horse?
So I did have
Well?
this one dream. Do you want to hear about it?
No.
Oh my god.
So we'll take another apple out of her pack and just sadly munch on it. It's fine, I didn't
He's
want to
gonna-
tell it anyways.
He's gonna turn to Keg after that. So, Keg, are we headed to the castle then? I think we have multiple reasons to go there now.
Keg takes a big bite of the meat, ripping flesh from bone and chewing it, bits dripping out of his crooked, toothy maw.
Yes, that would be wise. We could find
And so,
the missing girl. K-pop.
yes, everyone loves some K-pop.
I
That's
didn't
true.
want to say it. I was
Well-
trying so hard and you just did it.
As important as that is, I think it's. And Leofridge will kind of look around and make sure that there's no prying ears. I think it's important that we prepare for the possibility that K-pop is dead.
We literally have not even begun to
Maybe-
search. It is. I'm
That's
not.
true. That's why it's a possibility.
I'm not. Yes, I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but we should not go in thinking that. Yes.
I don't think we should go in with any decision. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm glad we agree, despite
We should have
the Russian.
hope. But
What is this, Russia?
we should.
Wait, I thought she was still in school. Doesn't that make her young? Young people don't die.
Oh no. History says actually young people die more often than older people.
What?
Well, especially when they are very young, under 5.
Oh, there. Now, this is a story we don't need to scare young Ziba with. How about we concern ourselves mostly with
Yes,
what's
so-
at hand?
Yes.
How about
Sorry,
that?
Was about to get off into historical tangent, but you are above age where you are fine. Also, I would love to hear about Dream Ziba if you have time.
I think
No, it.
that having hope is good. But we should temper our expectations. This is a good wisdom.
Yes.
Clara comes around and clears your empty plates as you finish your breakfast together.
Wait, is the woman is she still here?
Yeah, Yeah,
I
sure.
want to let her know we are
Oh.
leaving to search.
The
Yes.
mother? She is not there. She left rather quickly, probably within an hour and a half after she came in and spoke to Miff.
Okay. If she comes back, tell her we are searching for daughter.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I will let her know that you are on the case and that we will find K-Pa.
Yes. We will find her. He gives a bit of a strained smile and puts on his knapsack and is like, all right, let us be off.
Miff rubs his left upper arm just above the stump where his injury took place. And then as you all walk out the door, he just kind of gives a little wave and goes back to work. And as you exit the building, Levy leading the way, you see a human man in a bright pink, almost rose pink leather armored uniform. He has the sigil of the crest with the cat and the green castle over the ocean on it. And you would recognize someone that is a part of the city guard. And he is tamping a nail into a piece of paper onto a board outside the front door of the tavern.
The tavern? I mosey on there and look to see what's up. I know a plot hook.
You see a litany of papers requesting help in exchange for gold, aka a bounty board. And you see the following bounties. And if you, listener, want to know what these bounties are, all of our Patreon subscribers already have them.
Oh, heck yeah. Also, Livy writes down every single one of these. All of them, because he's desperately poor. Rats.
You're muted,
man.
Leo Fritch.
This episode is brought to you by today's vocabulary word, litanies.
Litany. A large amount.
Find Fran. My goat. Oh god, we need to find the goat.
My goat Fran got out last night.
She loves paper
Did you
and
say-
will. Oh,
Seems they're already putting out bait.
poor Fran. Oh.
I didn't even think of that.
I have so much paper.
Oh no, what if it gets your book?
Oh no. Fran might be our greatest nemesis, or at least Livy's. Rip all of Livy's notes.
No more nonsense. Sounds like entrapment.
It's one way to get rid of your
Not
debt.
getting me to not staying the night in a kid's room.
Perhaps, boss, see, do you think?
I'm sorry, just one more thing. Is someone paying to have someone sleep in their underage daughter's room?
Yeah.
Did I read that correctly?
You guys take things way to a dark place. My brain does not go to that.
It's a little weird. Anyways.
Anchor seems confused by the response of his party to this paper, and he says, "Oh, boss, if you you need someone to stay in a child's room for the night, I can keep my eye open all night. Won't be a problem for me."
I think you'd be quite qualified for that job.
Well,
And less incriminating than the rest of us.
yes, much less. Well, I mean, ZB is he pauses. He was about to say child and then corrects, is younger than all of us. And would look not so weird doing that.
What, are you saying that I'm not old enough to not be a child's room?
You're just a he tugs his collar. He's very clearly not trying to offend her, but is thinking, you are how do you say that?
He's saying you were a child not long ago yourself.
Yes, you are not child now, but
I just have youthful looks.
exactly. Your youthful looks will prevent you from looking weird.
From going to jail.
Yes, yet.
This one
My
does
aunt
not
told me that I was too
understand.
cute to get in trouble.
Why would you go to jail for protecting a child?
She won't. That's all you need
Yeah.
to know. And Anchor, even more so.
Exact. Well, I think we should absolutely follow up on these, especially me, because I am very poor, ZB and I. But I think our search is paramount, and from your letter, it seems that you are needed right away. So perhaps we should follow up later.
Yeah, I believe the castle is our top priority at the moment. But if anyone has any other opinions, feel free to keep them to yourself.
Has anyone ever told you you're very much a team player?
No, I've never heard that.
Oh, I wonder why.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss. I should be saying that more often for you then, eh?
No, it's quite all right.
Wasn't even gonna disagree. God.
Well, let us be off. To the castle we go.
All right, you see it up overhead as you turn around, facing from the tavern towards a hill on the other side of the city. You see the Green Castle. There are two ways in that Levy you would know. One is through a elaborate and well-maintained garden. This is why the castle is called the Green Castle. It's because the castle is lined next to a huge green space within the city, and there is a stairwell with lots of green space where you could walk up through the greens towards the castle. Or you can traverse the streets, going past the temple and come up through the front steps, just like the parliament or any other person visiting the castle would normally do. You know that there are not normally guards guarding the stairwell from the green space, but there are always guards at the gate. And there are always guards at the front door.
I suppose we are not sneaking in, correct? So it should be fine for us to see guards, yes? Tell them what?
Yes. We have the goblin's invitation after all.
They were lying to you.
Why would they?
We do have another invitation.
No, they were very much
Livy
standing.
points his thumb at Leofritz.
I remember they were standing. Right, Metal Man?
You have no lie. In the streets, they were for sure standing. Oh, I remember it quite well, Clegg. Not lying at all.
The goblins make the law, or rather, the lack thereof. This is why the castle is referred to as the Green Castle. Yes.
No, it is called that because of the garden.
I'm kind of disappointed it's not actually green.
I suppose it would look very nice if it was covered in ivy. That would look pretty neat. But
Ivy doesn't make great for defenses, though. In fact, from a purely strategic point of view, covering your castle walls in vines seems to be unwise, both for making it more flammable and easier to climb.
Unless it is
We're not here to landscape, right?
unless it is poison ivy or ivy with thorns or magical ivy.
If it was this one's
They did
castle,
murders people.
they would be able to use the ivy to trap assailants.
Also, ivy is pretty. It looks neat. I don't need other reason than this. I do not need to justify.
Oh, what is the point of pretty on something that's supposed to defend lives?
It is my imaginary castle. Let me imagine.
Okay, well, we're at the real castle, and who's to tell us where we can and can't go? Okay, let's just, walk in there and find out what's happening.
Well, yes,
Yeah, I mean, I would say you all are probably talking as you're walking through town towards the castle. I assume you're taking the street way since you aren't trying to be sneaky, as Livy said. You pass the temple. It's still boarded up. There are no lights inside. You don't see any movement through the large stained glass or, large windows on the sides of the temple. And people seem to be giving it a wide berth. Keg, I would say you in particular notice that you didn't notice this last night in the dark, but the grass around the outside of the temple, the green space before the cobblestone streets start to take over in the roundabout around it, is black and dying, while all the other grass around you is lush and green and not starved for nourishment or water.
Keg will stop at this. And he'll arms behind his back, kind of hunched over. He'll walk up, tail swaying, and then he'll lean over and he'll pluck out some of the grass, look it over, and then eat it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you pluck it, the part in between your fingers starts to crumble. It's almost as if it's that dry, and as you pluck the rest into your mouth, you get the taste of ash, brimstone, ash, fire.
A taste Keg is familiar with.
What do you, anything of note?
This does not bode
Do you
well.
need our landscaping advice?
Didn't like the breakfast, I take it.
There seems to be some force emanating from the church.
What kind of force?
This one does not know.
Can I roll an Arcana check to maybe try to see if this has happened because of magical means?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh-wee. 17. All downhill.
Yeah,
from here.
as you approach next to Keg and you look at the grass and you tap into your arcane abilities and knowledge, you do get this black, hazy, almost like white noise experience in your consciousness around the temple as you walk closer and closer, and it seems to get stronger and stronger as you approach. Definitely some kind of magic's at work here, but I would say it's not a magic that Levy would, from what I understand at least, would want to mess with.
There is white noise.
If
I suggest we not go close to this thing.
If only we had some sort
Something
of
happened.
holy or divine sense.
Right. Shame none of us is into divinity.
This one does not possess such skills.
I think that's a call out.
Anchor is currently he's in the middle of some sort of debate at the back of the group, humming in his chest. Oh, I don't think it's a good place to be hanging out for sure, but I wouldn't say evil. No. No. Okay, I'll ask boss. Hey, boss. Boss, eh?
Yes, what is it?
Some of the others are thinking that this place might be some sort of haunted. I told them, oh, no such thing.
Well, it seems though something may be going on here. I think this is a great opportunity for you to test your devotion to my Shiria. Ask her for guidance.
Oh, sure, my Shiria. Right. Okay. Anchor mimics a prayer taught to him by Leofrich, but as Leofrich turns his back, he relaxes his pose and kind of just rhymes off the words to himself as he idly stares at the street around him, but reassumes the prayer pose as soon as Leofrich looks at him again. And he's going to use his divine sense.
Yeah, as soon as you finish your half-assed prayer, you instantly just smell the stench of death and decay. The white noise hits you as well in the same way that it hit Levy. Something not good happened here and might still be happening here.
Do I detect any presence of undead?
You don't
or fiends?
Detect any presence of undead or fiends within 60 feet of you.
Well, there you go. Not haunted. Not good, but not haunted, eh?
So no fiends and no undead, but obviously something happened. Something magical.
I think that would be a clear observation just by looking at the door. Not to my knowledge do churches shut down
This has never
willy-nilly.
happened. Not in... since the church has been founded. Whatever is happening must be very serious. I suggest we go to the castle as soon as possible.
You think maybe pulling these doors open and giving a gander ourselves might be worthwhile our time?
I think it would, but I am also afraid that if we go in unprepared, we might get injured.
We could always try that novel trick Keg showed me the other night. Victor was talking to me about it. What's it called? Knocking?
Well, I'm not scared. I'll knock. I'm not scared at all.
This isn't a matter of...
Oh, nobody said that at all, Zippa. Nobody said
Keg
that at
is
all.
already...
He says as he lays a heavy
Keg is
metal
already
hand
walking
on her
up
shoulder.
the steps to knock on the door.
Okay. You knock on the door. Are you knocking incessantly again for like a solid minute?
Maybe not that long, unless like nobody says anything.
I don't think anyone is here. if I may suggest, we talk to people at the castle, learn what happened, and then we come back. This place is not growing anywhere.
Maybe we could find those. We could find those helpful standing goblins again.
At this point, Keg, as you stand on the stairs and everyone else stands on the grass, or at least rather close to the temple itself, you see a large tiefling woman. She has blue purplish skin and long black hair, her horns coming up just above her eyebrows, and her tail kind of flicking behind her. She's wearing deep purple robes, and the symbol of a cat, the symbol of Mysheria, is largely embroidered all over the right side of the breast of her cloak. As she approaches, she starts saying, you, get off of there. This is not a safe place. You must leave at once. All of you.
Information. Wonderful.
You can't tell me what to do.
I can tell you what to do, and I am telling you what to do, little girl. Please get off of my property.
Who are you calling little girl?
That probably was a wrong approach.
Zippa tries standing up taller.
Hold on, Zibba. That's not the issue here. You said that this is your property. You mind opening the door for us?
No.
Don't want to be trespassing, eh?
No one is allowed inside this building. My name is Guinevere. I am the High Priestess of the Church of Mysheria, and you must leave immediately.
But if you own it, then I suppose about that you might be able to open it for us.
I am not opening that door.
Leo Fritch, isn't this the woman?
Anchor, I don't think I think she has the door closed for a very good reason. I'm sorry, Guinevere, you said?
Yes.
I'm Leo Fritch. I'm a follower of Mysheria.
Oh, welcome. Yes, we were expecting you. I was expecting you at the castle. Well, welcome. Yes, I hope that you received my letter. The temple has been compromised, and all of the acolytes are studying and living up at the Green Castle. So you're welcome to go check in there, and we'll happily have you accommodated. And she looks around the group. Your friends cannot come with you as you join the church. I hope that you are aware of that.
Very aware.
Okay, great.
And elated.
Oh, good. Oh, great.
Oh, boss, does that mean I should be staying outside with these folk then?
Now, Anchor here is a follower as well.
Disciple.
He's acolyte to the acolyte, so to speak.
The best disciple of Mysheria there is around, I'd tell you. That's me, Mr. Faithful. Right?
She kind of eyes you, and you, Anchor, as you are watching this very powerful woman look you up and down, you sense a judgment in her eyes and kind of a sneer form on her lips, and she turns back to Leah Fritch, and that is gone, and she's all smiles, and she says, we can have a conversation, but for now, I must ask that if you are joining for for finishing your education to become a priest of Mysheria, your friends, including this man here, will have to wait for you outside. They will need different living accommodations, and you will be able to see them on your time off.
Livy's eyes sparkle a little bit as he looks at Livy. So you are not a priest? Initiative.
Me?
Yes, you are a beginner.
Of course. I'm here to begin my training. That's what happens in Florenzi. I thought you would know that, Mr. Know-It-All.
I do know that, but never mind. We're actually trying to find an initiative. Out of character.
You mean initiate? I think it's the word you're looking for. Initiate.
Yeah, shush. What's her name again? The daughter? Sorry,
K-pop.
Is there a girl named K-pop?
She turns her head very quickly towards you as you say that name, and she says, Is this really why you're here?
Yes, her mother is worried. I promised I would try to find information.
Her mother is worried. That's great. I'm sorry. If you are in with the mother and if you are in with K-pop, Mr. Greymane, Leah Fritsch, we will not accept you. I hope you have a great life. And you can continue to pray to my Shiria all you'd like, but I need you to leave my property now. I will call the city guard if you remain. And I will be heading back to the castle
We
right
are
this
not
moment.
exactly sure what is going on. We just saw her at the tavern and she asked for information.
Well, perhaps you should not meddle in things you don't understand. And she turns on her heel and starts
could
to
Keg
walk away.
roll an insight
She used your full name.
on everything she just said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
18.
My Shiria works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, with an 18, Keg, everything that she said is true. But you sense that at the mention of K-Paw, something intense and triggering came over her. And there was a little bit of fear, but also a lot of anger in her words, which just seems off. Why would she be mad about a missing acolyte? If you are enjoying the campaign so far and the mystery and getting to know the characters, I hope that you will follow us here on Spotify, subscribe, leave a review, whatever you can do on the platform that you are on. You can find us on all the socials and including Reddit, as well as on Patreon. We have a small Patreon goal to start making $100 a month through pledges to cover the costs of the podcast. So hopefully we can make that. If you are enjoying the support, will help me keep this going. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Engineering producing by myself. And we hope to see you around next week.